Welcome to Digital Ideas. I'm Mike Yeomans, and today I'm with Greenhouse Chairman G. Rittenhouse and Wireline Working Group Chairman Peter Vetter. Thanks for joining us, guys.
It's a pleasure to be here. I'm glad to be here, too.
So let's talk about GreenTouch. First, a little bit of background. So GreenTouch was formed in 2010 with the goal of creating the technologies needed to make communications networks 1,000 times more energy efficient than they are today. And if we put that number in perspective, a 1,000-fold reduction is roughly equivalent to being able to power the world's communication networks, including the Internet, for 3 years using the same amount of energy that it currently takes to run them for a single day. So quite the ambitious goal. Gee, how many member companies are actually in the GreenTouch consortium?
So currently we have over 50 member companies, 54 to be precise. But of course that number grows every week. So it continues to grow at a tremendous pace, and 54 members with over 300 participants.
And from what we hear, there's been some significant progress since GreenTouch was launched 2 years ago. G, can you give us an update on the progress and the most recent developments?
Sure. When we launched with a single idea of this ability to be able to improve by a factor of 1,000. And since that launch date, we now have over 25 research projects broken into wireless, wireline, switching and routing, and optics. Each one of these have made tremendous progress over the last 2 years. Last year, we presented our first demonstration. It was in wireless, using a technology that we call the large-scale antenna array. And with that, we've shown that we can improve the energy efficiency of wireless systems by up to a factor of 20, and, of course, scalable well beyond that. So we've made a tremendous amount of progress, and one that we're particularly proud of is the one in the Wireline working group in the PON area, and that one we're going to launch tomorrow.
And I believe that one's called Bi-PON. And Peter, this one's for you. So how is Bi-PON an advance over today's technologies?
Yeah, so we are very excited about this result. Bi-PON stands for Bit Interleaving Passive Optical Network. It is a new technology for fiber to the home that allows to improve the energy efficiency for the protocol electronics by more than an order of magnitude. We realize that the protocols that are used today are not designed with energy efficiency in mind. We realize that actually 99% of the data that is being processed is unnecessarily treated and dropped in most of the optical network units. So this represents a huge opportunity for improvement. So we took a clean slate approach in GreenTouch and started brainstorming on how can we do the things better, and we came up with a new bit interleaving PON protocol. And what we will announce tomorrow is a demonstration of a 10 gigabit capable bit interleaving PON protocol, and we will compare that with the standard 10 gigabit capable XG-PON. And in order to be fair, we will be showing sleep mode on that standard GPON. Sleep mode is an energy efficiency improvement technique that is already available today in the standards, and it's going to emerge very soon in the market. It allows you, as we will show in our demo, to improve the energy efficiency by a factor of 2. But then compare that to the new bit interleaving protocol. Well, this gives us a factor of 30 improvement compared to the sleep mode. So a significant improvement by just rethinking the protocol. So we're going from a few watt per subscriber to less than 100 milliwatt per subscriber. And although that doesn't seem a lot for an individual subscriber, if you multiply that by the 150 million fiber-to-the-home subscribers that are forecasted worldwide, that's the equivalent footprint impact of 500,000 cars. So with this new invention, we have virtually taken off the road 500,000 cars like the city of San Francisco.
Wow. Well, if you don't mind, I'm going to stick with saying Bi-PON because it's easier for me. Peter, one more for you. So how exactly does this technology work, and what are the benefits for consumers and the industry as a whole?
So, bit interleaving PON arranges the data in bits that are spaced with the clock periodicity that the subscriber is consuming the data. So today's PON data is sent in packets, and those packets are broadcast over a passive optical network that's distributed to all the homes, and the optical network unit has to process 10 gigabit per second of incoming traffic in order to select the relevant data. And that's a whole flow of processing steps that are unnecessarily treated. Especially if you only take 10 megabit out of that 10 gigabit stream, that's more than 99% that is then actually unnecessarily processed. So with this bit interleaving, we are able to select the relevant bits, the relevant data much closer to the receiver, and only do the necessary processing on the relevant data. So in this way, we process that data at a clock frequency of, say, tens of megabit per second in the example that I just gave, and have a significant power reduction.
G, one for you here. How does this fit into GreenTouch, in the GreenTouch mission, and what else are you working on?
So with all of the explosion of data that we've seen, whether it's through smartphones or video to the home, etc., the ability to power the network, to bring all this stuff, is becoming critically important. And so GreenTouch was ahead of the curve in that way and really helped lead the intense focus of energy efficiency research in this area. And so with that, whether it's in wireless or the Bi-PON technology that we're announcing now, this is just, continued steps towards this goal of a factor of 1,000. And once we achieve that goal, of course, then we can start to think of very, very efficient alternative energies with it, and really bring the network to a world audience that's much, much larger than today. Of course, we're working on lots of different technologies from across the board. It's not one particular technology that will prove to be the silver bullet. It's people working together, coming together, sharing ideas, sharing what works, what doesn't work, to actually be able to push this thing forward very, very rapidly. And so what we're working on is the exchange of ideas with very, very bright people, some of the smartest people on the planet, to achieve this factor of 1,000.
Hey, thanks a lot for joining us today.
It's my pleasure.
You're welcome.
And that was GreenTouch Chairman G. Rittenhouse and Wireline Working Group Chairman Peter Vetter. I'm Mike Yeomans. This is Digital Ideas, and thanks for listening.